Hey guys, this is Rachel Feldman. I'm the proud owner of Rachel's Wellness and the creator of the Done For You programs for really driven health coaches who are looking to have practices that are profitable, sustainable, and really awesome. So I just want to give you a sneak peek because I am blown away by this season. Every season we put a lot of thought into how we can take it up a notch, and I feel that this season we really did. Um, Before I even get into talking or even showing you the programs, I want to even talk to you about why I created these programs. When I first started my practice, I felt confused. I felt scared. Even though I wasn't scared so much in my ability to coach, I just didn't know what to deliver to my clients. I felt um, not only like they needed a system, but I felt like I needed a system for myself. I needed to know exactly what to deliver to my clients. Um, and so much of my own journey with my own health was, discovering a plan that people were giving to me, people that I was so blessed to go and see for myself. So when I became a coach, I wanted to pay that forward. Um, the beginning and the birth of the first program, which was really the clean eating elimination program, was because that was a system that I used in my own life. Um, so really what the Done For You programs are, and it happened organically. It's not that I, graduated from school and said, I'm going to be, a business coach, or I'm going to go and create Done For You programs. I actually, graduated school and became a health coach. And so the very programs that I created were ones that I used in my own practice. Every program that you see here, from Revitalize to the Spring Detox program, Paleo, the Essential Oil Build, add-on, and the Easy Weight Loss, which is brand new. These were all programs that I needed for my business. So I'll even just take you back. Originally, when I first started seeing clients, people were coming to me with a myriad of different health issues. And for me, I wanted to stay in the scope of what I knew I could do and what was comfortable and what had worked for me. So I knew as a coach, if I was really teaching somebody what worked for me, that was, that would be wonderful. So I created the Done For You, detox program, which is really based on the teachings of Liz Lipsky and Mark Hyman and Alejandro Younger. And I wanted it to be not just about the food on the plate, because Janine Roth was such a huge inspiration for me in my own, journey. I wanted it to be something that I could guide my clients through true transformation, that transformation that I had for myself. And so it was really just that I wanted to be able to deliver to my clients something that was easy for them to implement. So easy for not only you as a coach to implement, but for me. So this is how I actually built my business offline. And I didn't use even these programs online. Back when I graduated, that really wasn't so much happening. This was what I used in my one-on-one business, so that when somebody called and they wanted to do a health history with me, I knew exactly what my system was, what I was taking my clients through. And that was so important to me, because before that I was just giving handouts. And it's not that I didn't have clients, I just felt that I didn't know how to take them from point A to point Z. And then when I had that aha moment, which was, yeah, I was coaching them on, taking stress out of their life and lifestyle changes, but what really worked for me. And that's really what Done For You programs are. It's you taking a program and you guiding them through really what is your own system in your own life. And so that's why this program was so, special to me. And that's why each season I write a brand new one, because, you know, the transformation that we go through as people is not just one dimensional. I know for myself, these programs, when I write them, they really are reflective of even what's happening in my own life. And so I get to, share that with you guys. I get to share that, also when I go through this, a program that is about mind and body and spirit, and about, how do we really step back, and with the spring is about how do we let go of resentment and anger. And so with the spring detox, it focuses so much on helping your client to let go of that. And that was a huge part of, things that I always have talked about on Facebook, if many of you know me, like letting go of, childhood resentments, anger, and how to really get to a place of balance in life where we're, living in love. And that can't always be the case, especially with, just real life world. But that's why we do our best to empower our clients to find ways to deal with, the stresses that happen in life and in real life situations. And so that's why I love this program so much. The beauty also of what this program empowers you to do is that if the word detox doesn't really align with you, and clean eating, which is such a huge movement, that's why we convert this into a whole clean eating program. So you can even see how beautiful this is, because I'm blown away with the covers. And for me, when I bought my first program, which I bought I think one, when I opened that program, I didn't even see this because it wasn't on the sales page, but I had to it wasn't copyright free, which means that I had to leave the name of the person who created that program. I literally sat there in tears. I was crying because I invested this money, which I didn't even have at the time. Many of you know that I didn't go to, any business schools or schools that most of us go to. In the beginning of my business, I was a solo entrepreneur. I mean, up until I think the third year of my business, that's when I hired my first virtual assistant. But prior to that, I did everything on my own. And the investments that I made were investments that, I really thought about. So when I went to go buy a done for you program, I thought, great, I'm going to be able to brand this. I'm going to be able to build my business and, create that, create my message. And when I opened that up, that was not the case. So that's why when I decided that I would create these programs, I knew it was so important for me to create a program for you guys that had recipes without my name, that this was just for you, that you could change the covers, that you could do anything to this, so that you could really brand, your message. Because the one thing, that I see so much of, especially in my practice, and I'm sure you see this, is that there's so much information. People are, sick these days. Health insurance, my health insurance has gone up 3 times in the last 2 years. And people are looking for coaches. They're looking for support. And so my mission isn't just to sell done-free programs. It's to empower coaches like you, like myself, to have really amazing businesses so that you have confidence. So done-free programs aren't just for you to, buy them and say I have a done-free program. That's not what they're about. Done-free programs are so that you have that confidence in that system, so you can go out there and market yourself, spend more time. And most of you, most coaches that I talk to, they're working 9-to-5 jobs. They're working, they're supporting their families. They're like me. They have kids. So they don't have the time to necessarily create a program. You want to spend the time, really creating the business that you need to have so you can go out there and help. Because I will put $100,000 on this. You didn't sign up to go to school to just say, you were doing this for fun. And maybe some of you did, but I would put money on the fact that something happened in your life that brought you to that aha moment. Someone got sick maybe in your family. I know for me, it was my autoimmune. It was that I was, felt so frustrated by somebody constantly telling me, do this, do that. There's one answer. And I don't believe that there's like this one answer. I feel that we're so unique as people, how we think, how we act, the foods that we eat. And so for me to have a range of programs, which was why when I created Revitalize, this happened because when Gabby Bernstein came out with her book and it was like changing your life in 30 days, I was so inspired and I thought, wow, I deal with so many people like me who are kind of those non-yoga, even though Gabby is all about yoga and meditation, it was these non-yoga kind of people, very stressed, on the go, who needed like simple what to do every day. And that's why I created the 28-day program, because I thought, wow, what if I just had like, and you'll even see this, these weekly ebooks for my clients, talking about lifestyle changes, talking about like what to do, day one, and just like little homework tidbits, because we're in such a busy, busy world that for me, that's why I, watched inspirational videos in the morning. That's why I have like little tidbits that I have to stay in that really good mindset. So I wanted to be able to deliver to my client, how to achieve success day by day, what you need to do. So that's why when you look at this, which is really cool, day one, like setting up your journal, eliminating that yucky thinking, and then taking them to day two. So I could say to my client, like, okay, listen, dude, if you only do just one day, just commit to one day, and then we'll move on to the next day. It was so important for me to do that and give them like, as you see right here, a few different like mantras or a few different, ways to say, I release the need to judge or criticize myself. Because I feel like, as I said, this isn't just about the food. This is about delivering to our clients and even ourselves. As I wrote these, it was so important for me to go through that transformation for myself. So everything that I have put into this was selfishly, even what I needed. But I made this 28-day program because I found that so many of my clients really needed those weekly ebooks, needed handouts, needed things like I needed to be guided step by step. You can even see, which is amazing with these business materials, like, the opt-in freebies. Each one of us need opt-in freebies to build our list. I know for me, even if you just have a list of 30 people and you're really supporting those 30 people for them to get to know you, you can have a thriving business. And that's what I did. I didn't come to this business with like, tons of people on my list. That was not it at all. I used opt-in freebies from the beginning because I heard build your list, build your list, build your list. So I didn't spend time on a website. I actually spent time creating videos, creating opt-in freebies, and that's what I did day one. So if you're not building your list, please. That's why in every one of these programs, except for basic, we have list builders. The 2-week weight loss program was because I was working at a gym and I was working with moms who had just given birth to babies. And I was like, wow, I need to have like a simple just program for them. And this gym asked me if I would work with them to create just a simple, program. So we were able to implement that, and I was able to work with the gym, and it was really awesome. And so they just had, this kind of simple plan. But the bigger part of why I believe so much in these programs and why I believe that they're so different is it's not just these plans about food. You're giving somebody a recipe for success. You're giving somebody these beautiful guides that are talking to them about changing their life. Because for me, I didn't change my life without creating a vision board. I didn't change my life without doing daily affirmations. I didn't change my life without getting my body moving. I didn't change my life without, doing the very things that that I talk about in this program. And the great thing about when you take these programs is that you put in what is special for you. That's why these programs, these programs always work for me, and they work for so many other coaches who buy them, is they are able to inject their own personal story. And so these programs just become the platform for you to build that business. I mean, that's it. The reason I created Paleo is I had so many clients who were coming to me, and they were like, I don't understand, I'm gaining all this weight. Well, they were eating all this bacon and this lard and eating too many nuts even. And so I wanted to create a guide that even talked about going back to a primal state. For me, like I said, being a busy person, I needed to learn how to go back to that primal state, how to, close the computer, shut down the phone. And I still, that's my daily reprieve constantly, what are my affirmations daily? What is my commitment daily to myself to balance that mommy and being the wife and being the friend and being the CEO, to just really step back. And grain-free living was a huge part. So this isn't like a paleo. It's really an approach to grain-free living. And also I wanted to talk to, my clients about what are healthy fats and what are not healthy fats, and bone broth and collagen and probiotic foods and all that clean, all that good stuff. And also so many of my clients are traveling. So, I wanted a guide that really talked to people about changing their life, changing their home, changing, changing everything about them. Why? Because this is what I did in my own home. This was my journey. And so, I've seen so many coaches who have implemented this in so many different ways, online and offline. And the essential oil add-on was just because, yes, I do love essential oils, and I wanted to be able to, educate my clients about essential oils and be able to give them cool little opt-in freebies and stuff like that. The easy weight loss was because same thing. I wanted to have, where is this? I wanted to have a guide that was a different approach to weight loss. Weight loss, we always hear about portions and this and that, and that's not what it is about for me at all. That's why I love Janine Roth. It's so much about finding ourselves, the mindset, kicking bad habits, cleaning out the pantry and the fridge, like really sugar addiction, gut health. I feel like it's about empowering our clients, because, so much of what happened for me when I created these programs, or even in coaching, or even when I felt disempowered with my own health, was, where do I go to find this information? So when you look at these programs, why I believe that they're so different from other programs out there, I believe they go to a deeper place. I believe that they touch on that, how to de-stress. They touch on how to create a vision board. They touch on those daily affirmations. We all know it's not just about food. If it was just about food, people would count points and they would be good to go. But that is not often the case. We make massive changes with small steps. Small steps, and each one of our clients, that's different. For me, it took me, a few years to give up, some addictions to food that I had. And that's typically the case for most of the people I see, and I'm sure that's typically the case for most of the people that you see. So whatever your niche is, whatever your message is, whatever your mission is, My mission is to help other coaches have amazing businesses, and I'm teaching you a system that worked for me. I'm teaching the exact way that I built my business so that you have clients that are really happy. So you have clients that come back to you, so that you have a range of programs that you can create your signature program, a gateway program. You can do this online, you can do this offline, so that you're not put into this little box as a cookie cutter coach, because that doesn't work. I mean, honestly, it doesn't work. One of the reasons I know I have been successful is I never went that cookie cutter approach. I always went against the grain. I have always marketed from my gut. And so when you buy these programs, you're not just buying programs either. You're buying a community with me. And if anybody, and you can see the testimonials, don't just read the testimonials. Look at the video testimonials. You're buying into a community of like-minded people. And the only way we build businesses, the only way, is when we're around other like-minded people. So if you ask anyone kind of who I am, people will tell you, well, she's a no BS kind of girl. And when she's in the forum, she does kick our butt in a healthy way, because I want you to have that business that you need to have so that you make those changes in this world. I tell my kids all the time, you are change makers. You didn't choose me to not be a change maker. You have a huge obligation in this world to teach and empower other little kids, and when they're older, to empower adults, so that we can have a better place, so we can live in a better world, so that, all those things that you went to school for, think of them right now. And that's why when you join this community, when you buy these programs, you're not just buying a program, you're buying a community of entrepreneurs who are exactly like you, who all have that same mission. So no matter whether you're a new coach, or you're in school right now, or you're an existing coach, because there are some coaches that have been with me for 14 seasons, and I want to just say thank you. Thank you so much for coming back, because it is you also that in that forum are telling other new coaches, or coaches that are scared, or all of us who are, trying to up level and take it to that next point in our business. It is you guys that help to make that community so amazing, because sometimes I come into that forum in the morning and you've already answered the questions. So I just want to say thank you. So if you have never been here before and you're just looking at these files, you will see how beautiful they are. I mean, not only how beautiful they are, but literally how easy. I mean, I literally hit open and I can edit there. Just right there. Edit right there. And you can put all your own personal information right in the footer. We put a little disclaimer there for you. But it's easy. It's beautiful. It's attractive. That's the whole point. I want it to be easy for you to implement, easy for you to brand, easy for you to build your visibility, easy for you to build your business, because you deserve it. And that's it. So with that being said, you got to hear my why. I want you to tap into your why. And if you are ready to build a successful and profitable business, not just that one hit wonder, and not just a cookie cutter anything, then I'm the girl for you. Then these are the programs for you, because what you get is so much more than just a program. And the programs that just focus on food, they aren't the programs that are transformational, because that didn't work for me. We want to give our clients everything, mind, body, and spirit. So I look forward to seeing you this season. And again, this is Rachel Feldman. You can find everything at www.healthcoachbiz.rachelswellness.com. If you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook. You can contact me. I'm here for you. and I look forward to seeing you this season.